As we go to the 9th inning in Game 7, Kike Hernandez, Miguel Rojas, Shohei Ohtani coming up against Jeff Hoffman, whose first pitch almost hits Hernandez. New left fielder, Miles Straw. Hernandez 1 for 3 in this game. Hoffman's 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good tight slider right there. After the first one got away, he made the adjustment. And you know PK is doing everything they can to get on base.
One and one. Here it comes. Strike 2 on Hernandez. Time and again, these Blue Jays seem to find the magic just when it looked like they were finished. It's time to write them off. Dodgers force Game 7. Blue Jays in position to win it. On a 1-2 pitch, Hernandez chases strike 3, 1 gone in the ninth. Well, they were the favorite when they won in '92 and '93. Always something special when nobody expects you to do it. Riding the wave of the underdog. Rojas chases. 0-1. They call them the Glue Jays. A team in every sense. Every corner of the roster has contributed during this run. On an 0-1 pitch, Miguel Rojas takes in the dirt.
Well, they've embodied the forget and play on mindset. You know, we saw them every single step of the way, and after tough losses, the locker room, you wouldn't know if they won or lost. And that's a credit to their culture and their manager and obviously their players.
Ball and a strike on Rojas. Ohtani waits on deck as Hoffman throws. Rojas takes ball 2. Had to wait 32 years. Didn't clinch until the last day of the regular season this year. Went the distance in the championship series and have done the same in the World Series. Hoffman's 2-1. In the air, foul ground. That is going to reach the seats. Strike 2. John Schneider said, look, hopefully this whole thing ends in a World Series, but no matter how it ends, no matter when it ends, we've raised the bar so high here. Raised the standard so high. From last place last year, seemed like everybody was on the hot seat. Nobody was hot on the Jays. My, oh my, look how far they've come. On a 2-2 pitch, Rojas fouls it off and stays alive. Ohtani's going to bat in this 9th inning. Will he represent the tying run or the go-ahead run? Another 2-2 pitch. Ball popped out of his hand and just missed. That's ball 3.
Well, Hoffman knows this has got to be an action pitch. And what I mean by that, you got to make him put it in play. He's got to swing at this pitch, meaning it has to be close enough because you do not want to walk him. You do not mind giving up a hit right here, but it cannot be a ball 4. And then Ohtani comes to the plate.
Payoff. Drilled to left field and deep and gone! No way! Miguel Rojas! Dave Roberts played his gut. The guy hadn't had a hit in a month. And in the 9th inning of Game 7, He's hit a tying home run. The most unlikely source has changed Game 7. It's tied at 4. Rojas has given the Dodgers life. And now it's Ohtani. And he drives one in the air to left field. Got under it though. Miles Straw for out number 2. The rug pulled out in Toronto.
Yeah, he sat all over a slider and he got it. And when he got the barrel to the ball right there, we talked about a slider that hangs, is the recipe for a fly ball. And you know that's a sick feeling right there for Hoffman, but an electric feeling for that dugout.
That was the concern with Jeff Hoffman coming into the playoffs. He gave up more home runs than anybody in the American League this year. He's in with a strike on Will Smith. That had gone away. That demon returns at the worst moment, and Game 7 is tied. Miguel Rojas adds his name to the list of Game 7 legends. 0-2 on Will Smith. Now, which way this game ultimately turns will determine how bold that name stands up. First home run since mid-September, just the second that he's hit since the All-Star break. 0-2 to Smith. Well, you look ahead to the bottom of the 9th for the Blue Jays. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We thought the next thing he was going to do is celebrate. Will lead off. 1-2 to Will Smith. Then the dirt ball 2.
Pretty much the way the series has gone. You wouldn't expect anything else.
Two. Smith takes ball 3. Dominguez, who's warmed like 7 times tonight, is warming again for the Blue Jays. Payoff. Strike 3 called. Smith can't believe it, but neither can the Blue Jays. This World Series is still going. Guerrero, Bichette, and Barger coming up for the Jays after Miguel Rojas. Miguel Rojas, of all people. And this star-studded cast, this team full of MVPs, has provided the swing to save their season. Game 7 still going to the bottom of the 9th in Toronto. The Dodgers with their 4th tin soldier over the late innings to tie it at 4. Blue Jays have the right guys coming up, though. Vlad Guerrero, Bo Bichette, Addison Barger against Blake Snell.
Well, Blake Snell's glad to be pitching another inning, and he'll have his hands full.
How unlikely? In World Series history, Dodgers are 2-65 when trailing after 8 innings. Last time they won a game, Kirk Gibson's walk-off 1988 against the A's. The Blake Snell's job still to prevent runs, but boy, the mood sure has changed. He was just trying to keep them there in the 8th inning, and he did. Remember, we talked about things smelling a little funny. They couldn't get the leadoff double in, and now the Dodgers have tied it. Now the Jays try to win it. Speaking of dusting themselves off, we asked if they could do it one more time in this Game 7 after the Dodgers won Game 6. How about after the gut punch at the top of the 9th? Vlad Guerrero Jr. leads off Game 7, tied in the bottom of the 9th. And takes ball 1 from Snell.
This is the longest this crowd has ever stood. They haven't sat for 3 innings.
Been waiting 32 years, and they've got their guy at the plate starting the 9th. Platt trying to join Mazeroski. He's ahead 3-0. There have been 5 walk-off hits in Game 7 history. Last one, Luis Gonzalez, 2001, to end the Yankees run. The only walk-off home run in Game 7, 1960. High drive to center field. Back goes Tommy Edman. Onto the track. He's got room. He just missed. One gone in the 9th.
3-0 changeup. He catches it off the end of the bat.
Now Bichette. Already got 1 home run today. First one that he had hit in 2 months. Guy that had hardly played in 2 months. '93, it was Joe. 25. Here's Bo. Ball 2. Blake Snell's 2-1 pitch to Bo Bichette. Line drive left field. That's down for a base hit. Hernandez is playing very deep. No doubles defense. And you figure they're going to run for Bichette as he represents the winning run. His second hit of the ball game. And right away here comes Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Yeah, they really have no choice. They don't care about how long this game could potentially go. They've got to put the fastest runner they can, because Bo Bichette just wouldn't have a chance to score.
It's Barger who's made an MVP case in this World Series. Another 2-hit game today. And he takes downstairs. He certainly could seal the deal on that case. 480 for the World Series. Yamamoto wins. Winning run at first, 1 gone, bottom of the 9th.
That's out.
2-0 on Barger. Breaking pitch curves in, strike 1. Blake Snell's looking for some redemption here. He's been so good in the postseason coming into this World Series, but then punched. 5 runs in both his starts. Out of the bullpen in Game 7. Delivers 2-1. Barger takes strike 2. Short lead for Kiner-Falefa. Here comes Snell. Wow, I don't know how he got to that pitch. It looked like it was almost going to hit him.
My goodness. That tells me right now he's looking for anything inside, anything away. He'd have a hard time getting to right now. That pitch was gonna be a hard pitch for Will Smith to catch.
Jeez.
Man, that's hard to do.
Speaking of Will Smith, not only has he come up with some big hits in this World Series for the Dodgers, he also is going to end the night having caught more innings in a World Series than anybody ever, surpassing Washington's Muddy Rule back in 1924. 101 years later, Will Smith of that 18-inning game where he caught every inning will reset that record. Barger in a lot of pain here. Well, as Game 7 wages on here late on a Saturday night in Toronto. Reminds you again about the NFL slate coming up tomorrow. The big one is the Vikings and the Lions, and you can check your local listings for the game in your area tomorrow on Fox. And probably Miguel Rojas has tied up Game 7 with a 9th inning home run. Jays have a runner at first and 1 out. Snell to Barger, a 2-2. Pokes it along third. It'll stay foul. Addison Barger, just 25 years of age. He was a guy John Schneider had questions about coming into this postseason, how he'd handle the spotlight, how he'd handle the pressure. Well, a close to 500 batting average in the World Series later, I'd say he's handled it pretty darn well. Bookending the season that started with him in AAA. Connor Falefa, pinch running for Bichette at first. Another 2-2 from Blake Snell to Addison Barger. Fouls it off.
And he's putting up a good at bat right now.
Outfield for the Dodgers, backs against the wall, knowing that a ball that gets by him likely ends this Game 7. Pretty good arms in the corners. Tommy Edman in center. Average arm, although it's played big in this World Series. Another 2-2 from Snell. Barger. Checks, and the count goes full. Kirk is on deck. It's like this place doesn't know how to feel. So close to exploding and celebrating. And now hoping they'll get a shot. Payoff. It's out. Just outside for ball 4. Winning run into scoring position.
Man, what an at bat. I mean, Snell pitched him tough. Throws this on the outside part of the plate. It's a ball. But the fact that he didn't swing at it, and the guy who's on deck, who's the best at high fastball contact, and a guy you know can put the ball in play.
Dave Roberts making his way out of the Dodger dugout. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. 24 hours after starting and winning Game 6. Ready to do some heroic stuff. Coming on to face Kirk in a tie game in the bottom of the 9th. The Jays were this close. Home run from Bichette. Looked like it was going to be the one, but then somebody named Miguel Rojas changed everything. 2 on in the 9th. Back in a moment. Single, walk, hit by pitch. It's getting a very Blue Jays inning feel to it.
In an incredible inning.
Everybody pulled in on the infield. Can Yamamoto get this game to extras as the Dodgers try to repeat? Or does the wait end for the Blue Jays? A moment 32 years they've been waiting for. Dalton Varsho takes ball 1. Nowhere to put him for Yamamoto. Bouncer foul. Connor Falefa for the winning run. Dalton Varsho takes strike 2. Hit machine. Ernie Clement waits on deck. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1-2 pitch. Varsho. Roller to second. Rojas comes home in time. And it's Miguel Rojas who ties it in the top of the ninth. Saves it in the bottom of the ninth. 2 out.
I mean, he was stumbling. They're going to take a look just to take a look, but he had lost his balance right here and gathered to make the throw. Very close. Look at this. I mean, almost loses every bit of his balance to make this throw, but question's going to be, did Will Smith have his spike on the plate or not in time?
Call on the field is that he's out.
Watch his spike right here. It comes up, and does it come down before? Man, this would be an epic reversal.
It's up. It's down. I think it's back down before his foot hits the plate. Here's going to be a great look. It's so close. But again, the key thing is that the call is out.
After reviewing, the call is confirmed.
They
The runner is
confirm
out.
the call.
Ron left the challenge remaining.
2 outs in the 9th inning. Miguel Rojas, who is completely out of the picture 48 hours ago, has changed this World Series dramatically twice. Ernie Clement has collected more hits in this postseason than any hitter in any postseason. If he can get one more, his name will live forever. Now Barger's the winning run. Fly ball to left field. Hernandez on the run with Pages over his head. Pages runs him over, makes the catch, sends Game 7 to the 10th. Incredible. Andy Pages, fresh into the ball game, steamrolls his left fielder who is trying to play Willie Mays. Pages says, I'm the captain now. And would you believe that this game somehow just keeps on going? Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Wow, says Will Smith and the rest of us.